Hi there, we're Jaded Mates. We're back again for another movie. We just came back from the movie theater where we saw the movie
Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed. Now, if you like the video game,
you won't like the movie.
According to my friend here, Mateo doesn't think you're going to like the movie. I thought parts of it were exactly like the video game, because I have played it, believe it or not.
So which game did you play? Did you play the first one, I'm assuming?
Probably, yes.
I've played the original, the second one, Brotherhood, and the third one. And parts of the fourth one.
Okay.
So yeah,
He's got a little more experience than I do, but you have to admit, there were parts of this movie where they were just fighting and people coming out of nowhere trying to fight them as they were trying to escape.
I will admit, yes, but sometimes that kind of detracts from the movie, though. Because would you see all this stuff happening? Wouldn't you rather be playing it?
I guess.
See,
that's up to you. This is why I usually don't go to see video game type movies.
You can quote me on this. There is no such thing as a good video game movie, and there never will be a good video game.
Well, there you go.
I did not like this.
Right. I thought it was fair. It was a fair movie. I'm not sure if the original storyline had anything to do with the video game, did it?
No, the story was not. Besides for the whole besides for the concepts like the Apple of Eden, the Templars, the Assassins, and all that. Right. Everything else was changed. This is an original story. Michael Fassbender's character never was in the game. Sophie, the father, never in the game.
Well, I was surprised though that Jeremy Irons is in this movie. Really, he's a very good actor, and I think he did a pretty good job playing the father who likes to manipulate and pretty much screw over everybody, including his daughter.
Yeah, he did fine. I did not like Michael Fassbender though. I don't
really.
Yeah, there's a scene where he's like going insane, right? Oh my gosh, that was annoying.
It was a little it was kind of overdone.
Yeah,
it wasn't good acting.
He's overacting a lot.
I would say I agree with you on that.
Oh god, and that's just there's a lot of not that as that one. But there are a lot of scenes that like that. Where there are scenes even where he's just like, yeah, I'm angry. Oh. Like there are a few scenes like that.
The acting generally isn't very good. So I'll go with you. Jeremy Irons, on the other hand,
Jeremy Irons
was the exception.
The girl,
she wasn't bad.
She wasn't
I've seen
bad.
her
I mean, like, she could have been a lot worse.
She wasn't bad.
But yeah, he was nothing special.
No. And the whole premise,
it's out there, but I'm willing to at least suspension of disbelief, right? I'm willing to give it a little leeway, and maybe that's because of the games, because I know how it all works because of the games, and the movie doesn't explain it as.
But it is an action movie. Yeah. I mean, the action. Let's say this. The action never stops. It just keeps going.
There is a lot of action.
So if you like action, you may enjoy this movie.
Yeah, there are definitely some moments, but then there are some moments where I feel they screwed up. Like there's one point where they're outrunning the Templars, right?
Yeah.
And they're climbing all this like scaffolding, right? It's this bit, right? They're fighting off the people, and then boom! All of a sudden, it just zooms out, circles around the building, following like an eagle or like a falcon. Or
the falcon or whatever that bird is throughout the movie.
Yeah, it's throughout the movie,
from the
right?
Beginning to the end.
It just cuts away from the action, just zips us away, circles around, and then like cuts back for a few more seconds.
What is the point of that? I mean, it must be a video game connection.
Yes. If I were, it's been a few years since I played. The last one I played was 3, and that was years ago. If I remember correctly, you can go to like the tops of buildings and whatnot,
right?
And do like an eagle view look of everything, and I think that's what it's supposed to be.
Well, that would have to be it.
That's
so for me, that takes a little bit away from the enjoyment of the movie. Actually,
yeah,
I'd rather not feel like I'm actually in the video game. because to me it didn't. It's like it took away from the plot.
See, yeah, that's why a video game movie will never work because you've got the video games are these interactive experiences. Right. You're taking that and removing the interactive part of it.
Yes, it's true.
So like they're trying to implement gameplay elements like the Falcon thing or the Animus or you're right, and like you saw how big that thing was, right? It was swinging him around and whatnot.
Right.
In the game, it's just like a chair.
Oh,
it's a lot.
There you go.
It's a lot simpler.
So in the first video game that I played, there was no chair that I remember.
There was no.
All I remember is going into assassin mode and climbing mountains.
Maybe you may have played Revelations then.
I don't know.
Because. Yeah, you just like Revelations just starts off and you're
climbing mountains and killing things and flipping over stuff and
yeah, you may because Revelations doesn't have the chair because
that's not the first one. Then.
No, Revelations is the fourth one.
Oh,
well, because it goes 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 4, or 3, 4. Unity and Syndicate.
Okay, so I'm in Revelation.
I think that because Revelation,
I guarantee you there was not a chair.
Yeah, because you know how in the movie it drives him insane, right? It kind of messes with his mind. It kind of does the same thing in the games. Right. And Revelations is him like trying to put his mind back together. So you never there's no chair, at least as far as I know. I never beat it.
Right. I may need some help with that too. How did you do it? No one knows.
Well, I don't know. Revelations, I started playing it a week before 3 came out, and I just couldn't be bothered to finish it and just went straight to 3.
So, bottom line, the end of the movie we know, right? Everyone should know, right? They get this, what is the apple?
They're looking for this is something from the games. They're looking for the apple. Right. That's the plot of, because
the difference with this movie is they start off with him as a child, right?
Yeah.
And he witnesses the death of his mother by the hands of his father. Supposedly.
I was expecting the twist to be that the father didn't kill him. That Jeremy Irons' character killed him. Because, he has the necklace. Right. He has all the stuff. That's what I was expecting.
Well, the father doesn't really kill him, though, does he?
Well, she asks him to kill her.
And he hesitates, and she finishes herself.
Yeah.
Right? So, he doesn't really do it.
He doesn't really...
He assists, I would say. It was an assist.
Yeah, it's...
But my thing with that, though, is why?
Because she didn't want to be in the hands of the enemy. It's kind of like...
So why didn't Dad kill himself? Because he was fighting
his son? Yeah, and plus he was captured.
Right.
It's ritualistic seppuku. Killing yourself before the enemy can get to you.
Yeah, right. So he wants to... So he couldn't kill his son.
Yeah, no, he was supposed to kill the mother and the son and then probably kill himself.
Right. So nobody's captured.
Yeah.
So he couldn't kill the son, so instead of killing himself, he decides to fight off the enemy to let his son escape.
Yeah.
And in the process, he's captured.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we cut to 30 years in the future. He's on death row.
30 years in the future, he should be like 40 something.
Yeah.
He's a pretty nimble 40-year-old, if you ask me.
Oh,
I mean, he's doing backflips and gymnastics and so. So that was one thing I was thinking about. I was thinking, this guy's pretty nimble for 40 plus years old.
Yeah. But yeah, so they fake his death, right? Because he's on death row.
Right.
And he gets captured by
he becomes a sociopath because of his upbringing in foster homes and all this kind of thing. He's in prison. He kills a pimp. Yeah. Like that matters. He makes it sound like it's no big deal because it was a pimp.
Yeah. And then he's taken by, I forgot the company's name. It's the Templars, but it's Abstergo, right?
Right.
Yeah, Abstergo. That's the company's name.
Okay.
And
I wasn't paying attention to that.
There's
I consider it just all Templars.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because in this, right, he's captured by, they put him in the Animus and all that, but they're very clear early on. These are the Templars, they're evil, right?
Yeah.
In the games,
but they don't look evil, really.
Yeah, well, in the game,
like the daughter is not evil.
No, right? She's definitely not.
At least not in this movie.
No, well, yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, no, she's definitely not evil. She's trying because she's trying to persuade him on her own, right? But yeah, in the games, I'm gonna again comparing it a lot to the games. I have to do it. I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
But
I'm almost happy I didn't play this game.
At the game
extensively.
I will admit, Michael Fassbender's character Cal or something is a lot more interesting than Desmond, the protagonist of the games. He's an annoying little shit.
Oh, okay.
God.
Right.
But,
again, let me just say this. I wouldn't suggest this for small children, this game. This movie
it's
is extremely violent.
I think it's PG-13.
I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but it may be.
No.
But lots of death. People die regularly.
Yeah, so wait until your kid's about
He
like...
pulls out an eyeball at one point.
Did he?
Didn't you see that part?
Maybe I missed it.
Well, I'm just saying, it's very violent.
Yeah, well, but right, it's, where was I? I forgot where I was going with this. So right, he's at, oh yeah, in the games, Abstergo, when he first goes to Abstergo, right, when Desmond, because Desmond,
right,
he's a stupid bartender.
Oh,
yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, that's a lot different.
Not that there's anything wrong with bartenders.
Well, it's a difference, right?
Yeah.
They give hints that he was a former assassin. Because did you notice at the very beginning of the movie, the pinky finger, right? He puts him in the thing and his finger gets cut off.
I missed that.
That's at the very beginning in the past, right?
Oh, right. Remember, I was just trying to get settled there. I came in a little late.
Yeah.
I had a tailgate.
But yeah, that's because that's in the movies or in the games. They talk about how the blade requires a sacrifice, and they cut off the pinky finger.
Right.
It's important in the game, but
the Yakuza of Japan does that. They rob that from them.
But yeah, it's Abstergo's less like in the games. They're not evil. You don't know if they're Templar or not, right? It's a lot more gray. And another thing the games do a lot better is they justify the villains, right? You get more of their point of view. You understand that maybe, while they're still the villains, they may not be as evil as you think. The movie, I didn't really get that.
Well, look, the daughter is a Templar, and maybe you would think that she wasn't so evil.
Yeah, she wasn't, but...
Dad, on the other hand, is...
I didn't get
you wouldn't even think Dad was really evil until the end, I don't think.
Kind of... I don't know. It's just like I felt like they were, especially from the past, right?
Yeah.
You get that feeling from the past that they're evil, and we know they're Templars, so they have to be evil. I don't know. But it's not the worst thing. I feel like that's more of a nitpick.
Right.
Because again, it's comparing apples to oranges here.
Well, so the ending, though. I mean, when they get to the end, they leave it open, right?
Yeah.
So expect a second movie.
If
a sequel is coming.
If this does well.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
It may be a flop. We don't know.
Another thing...
We have mixed reviews on it.
Yeah, another thing that bugged me was... We go to the past, 3 times in the movie?
Right.
Because we're spending more time in the future, or in the present, than we are in the past. Unlike the games where you may spend like a total of like half an hour in the present, and like 90% of it in the past.
Right.
They're trying to invest us more in the future, which isn't exactly the right thing to do because the future or the present isn't interesting in the games. It's probably it's not interesting. The interesting part is the past, the ancestors, the history. This one doesn't. This one spends a considerable.
I would say it was half and half.
I'd say it's probably 60-40.
Okay.
It
certainly wasn't 90% in the past. That's for sure.
It spends and that's a detriment because I cared less about whatever the past guy's name was. It started with an A.
The past? Or
the
present?
past. Michael Fassbender in the past. It starts with an A.
Right.
I cared less about him. Like, I wasn't as invested. Like, I was more interested in the present, but I wasn't, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or there's a girl in the past. Don't know her name.
She dies, though.
She dies, but I could care less about her. It was like, oh, she died. Oh, she may have been a love interest. Oh, I couldn't care.
The plot was not very good overall. The plot, the building up of characters, character development, a lot of that is kind of missing from the movie. But again, if you like action, there was enough action. It was basically
there were,
an action movie to the
there was enough
ninth degree.
There was enough action for you to.
Right. There's lots of
see
action.
that doesn't. I'm more of a story guy, so that doesn't. The action.
If you like stories, you're not gonna like this movie, bro.
And especially, and I'm biased here because I have played the games, and the games do it a lot better.
Right.
Even if the games do kind of fall apart, and especially the later ones do kind of suck.
So the end of the movie.
Yeah. So the end, the Templar. So, whatever the past guy, he gets the apple.
He gets the apple.
He gets it from the Templars. They have it for like a minute.
Right.
And then he gets it, and he's able to escape.
Right.
And he gives it to Christopher Columbus. I thought that he was taking it to the new... I was expecting them to end on the cliffhanger of now they're lost again because he took it to the new world.
Right.
Right? Because that's enough. And that's in the games. In the games, one of the descendants they go to the new world because the third one takes place in North America and during colonial times.
In New York?
New York, Boston.
That's where everybody goes, right?
Philadelphia, right? So I was expecting it to lead up to something like that, or right? It's somewhere in America, but no.
No, it's not. It's
in
Seville, Spain.
Yeah, it's in Spain. It's at his grave. So the Templars get it.
Somehow they get it, but I'm wondering why it wasn't buried with him. It's in a box.
It was buried with him. The Templars just probably asked for them to get it before they got there.
Okay, so in the game, it's actually buried with him, or
Christopher Columbus isn't in the game. Okay, spoilers for the game. But in the game, the apple is hidden. Ezio, who is one of the descendants,
right?
Italy. The apple is buried under the Vatican. So after killing the Pope,
see that? Oh, they killed the Pope.
Well,
in the game, they killed the Pope. Do not get this game.
Well,
kill the Pope.
Well, the Pope.
Game
So Ezio's parents Ezio's father and brothers are killed by this guy, right?
Right.
And his sister and mother survive, right? They go with their Uncle Mario, a bunch of stuff happens. Ezio gets the chance to kill the guy who killed his parents, doesn't do it.
This is another one reason I don't like this movie as well, is they make the church into the enemy.
Well, it's kind of...
Which, sometimes they were the enemy in the past, but, if you're a religious person, don't go with it.
Well, the same thing with the games. But, yeah, so he spares the guy who killed his parents.
Right.
Like 10 years go by, and the guy who killed his parents becomes the Pope.
Yes.
Because his parents were hung, or his father and brothers were hung. So he goes after the Pope, kills him, and gets the apple. And then, I want to say he buries it, Ezio, right? Buries it under the Colosseum in Rome, right? In, I think, Brotherhood. So, and then Desmond goes in the future, gets it, and gets the apple in present day.
Right. Mike, what does the apple do exactly?
The apple, well, it's like they say, it's the original sin.
Yeah.
It, from what I remember, it allows...
Biblically makes no sense.
Well, it allows you to control other people.
Right.
That's what, it's free will, because I think they use it, like, after they get in the... Again, I'm going off of the games here. After they get the apple, they use it to control other, right?
The world.
Yeah, well, yeah, because, again, spoilers, in the first game, the head assassin gets the apple and betrays you. and uses it to try to kill you, right? And
or
that's...
have you kill yourself if it can control you. Can it make you do that?
Yeah, I think so.
Watch out.
But yeah, he gets the apple. Altair kills him. And
stock in apples around the world is going down right now.
Yeah. But yeah, and because the first game, they aren't even looking for the apple.
Right.
They're just looking for a map. Because there's other artifacts of Eden, I think. But yeah.
See, now the movie isn't as interesting as the game apparently is.
Well, this takes place over the span of like 5 games.
Oh, right.
Because because you know how like while in the past, Michael Fassbender is learning how to be an assassin, right?
Right.
That's the plot of the second game. Is Desmond
so
learning
they
to
skip
be
through a lot of things, I think.
Well, it's kind of its own.
A whole lot of detail.
Yeah.
I think they're assuming that a lot of people are going to go watch this movie and know a lot about the game, and some of us don't.
Well, that was the problem with Warcraft earlier this year.
Yeah, I didn't like Warcraft.
Is if you were, from what I heard, I didn't play much of Warcraft. If you were a fan of Warcraft, you really liked the movie because it did a lot for fans.
And some people I knew that went to see it, and they were big they said they loved it.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
It's like a lot of movies, right? Like movies are made for a general audience.
Right.
They're not made for fans. Like Marvel. Marvel is not made for fans. They're made for a general audience.
Right.
Warcraft was made for fans.
And I thought Warcraft was an movie, and as I do this movie. And when I say that means it's
not
semi-jaded.
But yeah, and we've talked about the game for a long time now.
So maybe go play the game. Don't go.
Definitely play the second game in the fourth game. You can skip the first one. You can skip. Maybe play Brotherhood if you're into it.
Okay.
But skip Revelations. Skip the
fourth one. Wasn't bad.
The fourth one was Pirates.
Was that the one I played?
No, you played Revelations.
You say skip the Revelations? I thought it was all right.
Skip Revelations.
I like Revelations.
The fourth one is...
I just couldn't play Revelations.
The fourth one is probably the best one. It's about pirates, right? You're in the Caribbean.
Right.
Blackbeard, all that. It's great. I haven't played much. I haven't beaten it, but it's good.
Okay. So let's sum this up.
Yeah. So, if you can't tell, I hate this movie.
He hates the movie. He's jaded.
Yeah. So we decided this new thing. Instead of doing like, we're still going to recommend it or not, but we're going to say jaded or not jaded.
Or semi-jaded.
Yeah, semi-jaded.
Which means,
Yeah.
Now,
I'm jaded towards it. I don't like it.
He's jaded. I'm semi-jaded. I can go either way with it. Take it or leave it. Now, also, though, Mateo's mother was with us.
Yeah, my mother went and saw this. She was interested in it.
She loved it, she said.
She loved it.
So she is not jaded at all. So you have jaded, semi-jaded, and not jaded. And there you go. Go see the movie if you really love the video game.
Just play the game. Play the games.
He's thinking,
play the games. If you're even
games.
slightly interested and you haven't played the games, go play the games.
I would say if you like a lot of action and that's your only criteria, this movie may be for you.
But yeah, otherwise, if you're a fan of the games, just go play the game. Go play 4 again. 4 was great.
Okay. 4. That's the one I saw?
No, you played Revelations.
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 Is it a number?
Revelations is the 4th game.
Okay.
But it's not the one with the 4th number. They do.
You see how they confuse you?
Yeah, you see how this is complicated?
The movie is almost the same.
4 is Black Flag. That's easier. That's easier to go.
Okay.
So play Black Flag. That's the good one.
Black Flag.
Or play the second one. That's actually the second one.
See the movie if you have nothing else to do. We have mixed reviews on it, so
yeah.
Buyer beware. I have to say.
I'm gonna say just don't.
Okay, there you go. There it is. And again, we remain yours here at Jaded Precautions. We'll see you soon.
Yeah. Until next time. Peace.